Greetings people, welcome back to the channel. I figured I'd do a little on-camera segment to introduce this video because like I said back when I was servicing this thing, I wanted to run a few tapes through it first before getting it to do a record test for you. And I think it's ready for that now. I've had 3 or 4 different tapes going through this now, and what I can tell you right now is that this is one fantastic sounding cassette deck. In fact, it's so good that I think I'll leave it in permanent playback duty over in the bedroom for the DCMs. It's that good. It's possibly better than the Nakamichi 480, but I don't know. That's kind of a high bar to clear, but it's up there. I really enjoy listening to this, so I'm going to keep doing that. Anyhow, in preparation for this, I did all the alignments that I usually do, now that several tapes have gone through it. For one thing, I should tell you that I took this deck back apart, and I now have the proper counterbelt in there. The one that's in there now is 188 millimeter internal circumference by 0.7 millimeter square, and it is perfect. This thing rewinds every tape that's thrown at it now. Perfectly. No slowdowns whatsoever. It's fine. Perfect. Can't ask for anything better than that. But the other thing I did was I aligned the playback levels. Not the easiest thing to do because I've got the Hans-Peter Roth Dolby level tape, and that's all I've got. And the tape JVC wants you to use is a 166 or something like that, or 160 nanoweber per meter tape. And the Hans-Peter Roth tape is 200 nanowebers. So I hope I did my calculations correctly, but I found out the difference was 2 decibels. So I would calibrate the Hans-Peter Roth tape 2 decibels hotter than the one that JVC wants you to use on this. So what I did was I used that thing over there. I just read the decibel scale. I didn't even bother with the millivolt scale on it. But as you can see, I've now got the proper loading resistors on that thing. So that's basically what it came out to. It was already pretty close to the -2 decibel mark in that meter, and I just kind of squared it up, so it's fine now. And I also checked the calibration of the meters. They're dead on target. No problems there. But yes, this thing is ready to go for a recording test. And you can see my pink nail polish there for azimuth locking down. And everything's good. I did have to clean the capstan again and pinch roller, but that's fine. That's normal stuff you got to do with a cassette deck. So my next step from here is to have this deck record its own test tape for 3 kilohertz, because I want to be able to cross-reference all my other decks to the DD-99 and this deck. So that's what I'm doing next, and then after that I will proceed to do the recording test for you guys so you can hear how it sounds. Let's get to that now, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.